And welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance. We are here still in Sasau, but now today we're going to start heading our way back and doing things in places like Ledechko. We'll probably head back to Ratai, do stuff there for a little bit. I guess I need to listen to more of the ditty before I head back. But I've done this before, so I might as well just I think I know the ditty well enough that I can just do this. So, looking at the map, I mean, I eventually need to go back and talk about stuff there. I need to go through I need to go back through Samopesh to pick up a quest. I need to find Timmy there. I need to go get the horse still from Ujits. Or no, I just need to take the crown back to Ujits. It's to get the one from Neuhof, but I think I'll wait to do that. But I will come to here, and first time around, I'm going to go through the. I'm going to take the roads naturally, simply so you can see where it is. I'm going to show you a few places where you're bound to get ambushed on the way in. As soon as I do one other thing. And back. Sorry, things to do at home, and it is hot as hell at home today. I live in an old house that does not have air conditioning, and it's around 93 centigrade outside. Or, no, not centigrade, 93 Fahrenheit outside. 93 centigrade outside would just be, what, is there a forest fire there? So, following the road, we'll go through the woods. This is actually one of the most likely places for you to get waylaid. There are several places along this road that can get you, well, people trying to mug you. Let's show this on the map. So, up around this curve here, actually, this little fire here, this is a bandit camp, and you can almost always get into a fight there. There's sometimes people there, and sometimes people right here. Sometimes you'll get guys who are like really well armed, and sometimes you got a bunch of peasants with with clubs and wood axes that jump on you. Now the Rattay tourney, I'll do that eventually. The Rattay tourney is kind of fun because there's a story that sets up the beginning of the tourney. And then once you get through that part of it, then it's just like, oh yeah, you can keep going. But every time you win, you earn a piece of Lords of Lipa armor, and though that armor is, I mean, it's pretty good. I don't think it's the best, but it's good enough that it can replace a lot of the stuff that you normally wear. Let's see. Yeah, up here is one of those places where you will oftentimes get waylaid. It's right here where you have the split. They'll come running out from those bushes. I think there's a woodcutter's camp right up here. Yeah, there's a logging camp right up here. And I do actually really like how they have it set up. Because they don't have like the smooth cuts on the ends of the logs like you'd have from, a modern sawmill or anything. It's kind of wedged off. It's how you'd be splitting it if, you're just using an axe. So now we can head down here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to set right about there. It's supposed to be where that treasure map points you to. So I'm going to head there. And see if I can find it. Oh. Somebody has a woodland garden. Belladonna, wormwood, mint, eyebright, I think, comfrey. This one is... Yeah, we're doing this one. Put that one back, put that one back. If this one turns out, if I actually find it this time, I will sell off the treasure map. Which is one of the nice things. If you find the treasure, you can sell the treasure map and get back some of the money you spent on it. Although, generally speaking, if you got whatever it was from that you found from the treasure map, it's probably going to be more than worth the amount of money you paid. Okay, right here. We'll do a quick look around. I don't think it's that far. Nah, it's farther up. Actually, is it right there? Nope. Some of the things you have, they're actually pretty well hidden. They're either blocked off by hedges and stuff like that, or something else. Let's check that again. I mean, you'd think that it was that one. Here we go. This is not the same one. This is the old burnt out one. I saw I do something. Button for just a second. Oh, that's what I saw. And this is the treasure here. Yew hunting bow. Ooh, I can use it already. Open bassinet, Lazarus potion, odd die. How much worse is that open bassinet? do like the look more. I'm going to sell that off. Hose, green, noblemen's. Oh. Can I repair it? I'll still wear it. Because, yeah, 17 charisma. That will boost my charisma up a little bit. Anything else I have? That is, it's a decent charisma. But it looks better, at least from being able to look at myself. I really did not like the design of that that open-faced one, or the great one. I mean, we can go for like a British or something different later, but probably too rough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's a... Oh, man, now that's an accident. Maybe. Looks more like somebody being thrown off onto a spike. Accident, my butt. Oh, anyway. Back to Let's Go.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going through the... I'm going through the back of the bathhouse. Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll stop off here. Give him the information he wants.
My respects to you.
Mm-hmm.
Master Blacksmith, I think I know how the tempering gets done in Sasau.
And what have you found out? Don't keep me on tenterhooks. Out with it.
That chant of his is a sort of nursery rhyme. He uses it to time his heating and quenching.
Well, there we are. I thought those rumours about casting spells were a load of nonsense. And do you recall this little rhyme of his?
Maybe, but that's not all. He heats the metal twice.
Twice? Why would he do that?
You'll have to ask him that. But the second time it didn't hiss, although he heated it. And that rhyme of his, it went something like this. The sun sets out across the skies. He loses his way to the forge he flies.
That sounds like the start of something.
Yeah.
Kuttenberg is far, far away. Kuttenberg is far, here I'll stay.
And 2 and 3.
My breath is short, my feet are sore. I'd buy a horse, but I am poor.
Yes, that would be about it.
The sun may burn, the sun may shine, but you'll not wither, darling mine.
And 7.
That was the first part. Now the second. The sun he hides behind a cloud. His heat goes cold and his fire goes out.
And that's how the second part begins, is it?
Mm-hmm.
He drowned the fish and broke its neck, threw it down upon the deck. Fry your fish, the fish head's best, fishy thighs and fishy breast.
And 4 and 5.
And that's all. That's the way it went.
Right. The first part long and the second shorter nearly by half. I'll have to try it out. Here's your reward, and if you're in need of a job...
I'll give it some thought, Master Blacksmith.
Woohoo! In that. We leveled up. We have a main level ability: Ascetic, Knight Rider, Wanderer, Insomniac, Renegade, Scout, Brute, Cloak and Dagger, Golden Tongue. Yeah, so here at level 8, you get a bunch of basically of trade out feats. You have like Brute, which makes you stronger, but you have a penalty to your charisma and speech. Cloak and Dagger, Stealth, stealth focused. Golden Tongue makes you speechify better, but have a strength loss. Juggler, you're agile, but you are not as talkative. Ken, handsome and charismatic, but not as strong. Scholar, you read well, but your strength and warfare go down. Renegade Brand, Insomniac, Wanderer, Knight Rider. I might just wait till 10. Because at 10... At 10, you get First Aid 3, which is a very useful one. Actually, for right now, I'm going to go back to the tailor, get my nice, impressive duds cleaned up. Tailor. I believe that's a tailor. Tailor.
I'm honored. May the Lord watch over you.
51. Okay. I just got 100, so. I probably should have, gone for the whole, oh, and I'm strength. I don't have 11 strength. I will carry that, though, because that is a great bow for later in the game. All right, there we go. We should check the quest logs. House of God. Okay, we go back to do that. In God's Hand. Oh, that's right. I need to talk to the executioner. And talk to Teresa. The Sport of Kings. Oh, yeah. Get the horse from Neuhoff. Alright, we'll go and we'll talk to... Go and talk to the executioner. We'll see what happens because we played a trick on him to get him out of the house. Oh, we got some more stuff here. Ooh, nice. All right, I'll take all of this. That's probably another treasure chest. I just remember that. Oh, let me do that real quick. Take the marker off since we don't need it. Let's see. The Warhammer spiked. Oh. We can use it now. We'll throw that in there for the time being. Fashionable slippers. Nobleman's boots are better for a lot of things. It's even less. Yeah, no, that's better in every way. I kind of like the clap visor. And it actually weighs less than the open bassinet. So I'll switch to the clap visor. It's an extra one of those. Make the doll maker potion. I got a second odd die. I'm going to sell that off as soon as we get to somebody who will buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are certain shops that are really easy to sell stuff at. Other shops will only take very specific things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Teresa, where are you, Teresa? Oh, there we are.
Henry, I'm so glad to see you.
Matthew and Fritz send their regards.
They survived. My God, I'm glad. They helped me out a lot. And where did you see them?
In Sasau. I bumped into them in front of the tavern. Where else?
And how are they doing?
They're doing fine. The monks brought them back to health. But they don't have work, and they're in debt. You wouldn't happen to know of any jobs going for two lazy carpenters?
Not here. And I think it will be the same in all of Ratai. It's overcrowded with refugees and they're all looking for work.
That's bad. Those two need work badly to keep them out of mischief. You know what they're like.
I do indeed.
Hey, lad!
Try the mills in the smaller hamlets. The miller in the Dechko is old. Maybe he could use some strong hands.
I will. Thanks. So, how have you been?
I can't stop thinking about Skalitz.
I know. It was hell. But life has to go on. Why not clear your head and try to forget about it? At least for now.
What do you mean?
Do you feel like a walk?
That's not a bad idea. And where would you care to go?
What if we took a stroll along the river?
Why not? That sounds lovely. Shall we go?
Let's go.
Yeah, the walk is
That
quiet.
was a good idea to go for a walk. Not that I don't like the mill, but you get tired of it. So I'm glad you took me out. I'd love to see the markets in Prague one day. Have you ever been to Prague?
No, I haven't. I have been in Kuttenberg, but Prague must be much bigger.
I've heard it's pretty smelly, though.
Yeah, so many people in one place. So many assholes.
That's disgusting. I'd love to listen to that young preacher, Jan Hus. They say he preaches in a common tongue. Everyone's talking about it.
I bet he's just handsome. That's why the women dote on him.
You're a right one. A preacher doesn't need good looks for people to listen to him.
And what about that fine fellow at St. James? I know full well why all the girls have started going to confession, and you have too, so don't give me any of that.
You scoundrel. Well, all right. I admit I find him handsome. But that doesn't make me a bad Christian.
I'd never dare to suggest such a thing.
Tell you what. Let's not dawdle. Last one is a slimy slug. Look out.
Can't even remember where you're supposed to, where this little foot race stops. It stops somewhere back there.
That was fun. And what about you? I heard you're helping Sir Radzig.
Sir Radzig has me running a few errands. I have to say, he always treats me well, and I make a wage.
So you've had your turn of luck. What's it like serving nobility?
I don't know. I suppose it's a job like any other.
Of course. I'm sure it's no different than being a charcoal burner. You'll have to try harder than that.
Now then,
Ah, Henry, what am I going to do with you? Wandering the land, turning innocent girls' heads.
what? I hope your knees didn't buckle too.
You rascal. You know what? Ask me another time.
Another time?
The next time you come to see me. You will come and see me again, won't you?
I don't know. I am awfully busy.
Well, if you do find the time, I'll be glad to see you. But now I have to go.
Can I go with you?
Just a little way. I don't want anyone to gossip.
And now we're back here. Next stop, the executioners. We're going to find out how to help the guy with the broken leg. After we help the guy with the broken... After we find out that, we head back up. We'll get the horse. We'll go back to Rate. And then... actually, no. I won't get the horse yet. Because the horse has like a day or two where you have to do stuff because it sets off a race. Whereas I need to get stuff back to Lady Stephanie for the wedding quest. After the wedding quest, I need to go find the guy to help with the sick people, the guy who hid in the pile of corpses. And there is the blacksmiths. There's his. Oh, you can even sit on him. That's honestly pretty funny. Let's see. And there he is.
What kind of trick were you trying to pull last time, you cur? I went all the way to the mill for nothing. Clear off, and don't show your face here again.
You sent me to the miller, eh?
What? Well, it was just a sort of...
You're lucky. He really did owe me, and he was so shocked you gave it all to me. What do you need, then?
I need help with a wounded man from Sasau.
And why should I help you?
Oh.
It's really important.
Go on.
Do you know anything about broken bones?
No, Henry. If you want to rough someone up, then you can go elsewhere. I'm an executioner, not a thug.
No, it's not that. The exact opposite, actually. There's a man in Sasau with a badly broken leg. They tried to straighten it, but now he's unconscious, and he just keeps getting weaker.
And the monks won't touch him?
Yeah, that's right. They say it's in God's hands.
True enough. But it doesn't mean we can't help him, too. Where's the leg broken?
Above the ankle.
All right, listen. They won't let me in to see him, but it's not all that hard to deal with. There are 2 bones there, most likely both broken. One of them probably didn't set, or it set badly. You can find both of them by feeling for them. If he's lost weight, it'll be all the easier. You have to find the place where the break is and get the 2 parts together. But the pain will be agonizing. He'll scream like a wounded beast and flail around all over the place. You'll have to get some strong fellows to hold him down so he doesn't do himself a worse injury. Don't be afraid to dig your fingers right into the flesh. And don't let the screaming put you off.
All right. Hopefully I'll be able to do it.
You will. Good luck, Hal.
Well, I never...
Okay, let's see that. We'll do that. We'll head up to Rattay, and we will, you know what, we'll use fast travel to get back up to Rattay for right now, because I've cleared out a lot of the, or not to Rattay, to Talmberg, to clear out a lot of the extra space, so I can go back to Lady Stephanie, and give her stuff. And then I'll sleep there, then go out to Ravna and try to find the priest.
Welcome.
Here we go. Now we have the last
Lord
bit.
save you.
I brought you the crown from the master engraver.
Henry, you are a gem. Look at that Moldavite. Isn't it wonderful? Sophie will look like an angel. So, what's next?
What can I do for you, my lady?
Nothing. You've done...
That's not necessary, my lady. You taking the time to see me is reward enough.
Come now, Henry. No need for such modesty. I appreciate everything you've done for me, as well as your company. And there's something I'd like to give you. This shirt was my father's. He was built very much like you. Broad shoulders, strong chest. It should fit you just right.
But I can't accept this. It's too valuable.
It's too valuable to be left to the mercy of moths. It doesn't fit my husband well, and I've no one else to give it to. What's more, if you were to leave us again, I'd like you to have something to remember me by, so you don't forget me.
I could never forget you, my lady.
Well then, won't you try it on at least?
What? Right now?
Why not? Don't worry, I won't look. I'll turn my back.
And what if your husband comes in?
He won't. Neither will anyone else.
All right then.
Goodbye.
I feel truly blessed to have you here. So long I yearned for young company. I really feel God heard my prayers and sent you to me.
Ready?
My, you do look handsome. As fine as any gentleman. When I was a little girl, there were always lots of other children around and young men and women of the court. It was so merry. I always hoped it would be like that when I was grown up too. But it was not God's plan.
You and Sir Divish had no children?
No. No, alas, we were not blessed. Twice I was with child, but they did not live. And now I fear there's no hope for me.
My lady.
Yeah. All right, now you get to have the awkward and
Forgive me, my lady. I shouldn't have.
I don't mind.
yeah, and that's how that ends. Now, if we look at the buffs, I'm feeling very self-confident at the moment. And I've got that new hammer. Does Rovna have a transit? It does have a transit point. But I will make that ride. That's not very far. And you get to check out things.
Yeah.
Probably should have gone and sold some stuff while I was in town. I can probably sell some stuff at the blacksmiths. I can get to Rovna, and I can sleep in one of the abandoned houses there. Oh, that's right. I need to talk to the quarryman. Where is I needed to talk to Sir Divish. And 2... Where is... He's probably not blacksmith's apprentice. Let's get some stuff to sell to the blacksmith. Now, don't want to sell any of that stuff. Gotta read that stuff. Might be able to sell the hides. I can sell the skill book. Let's see what I can sell to this dude.
May the Lord watch over you.
How much money he's got? 400. Okay, so he has a... want to keep that. Uh, 368. $397. You know what? We'll just make it
Let's
an
have a
even
word about the
400.
price.
Naturally.
I'll go for that.
I mean, that didn't get rid of all of it, but that's probably enough. We'll throw all these back in. Good there. The shirt will go back into the... Don't really have the dice, right? Don't really need the dice. Well, those dice aren't really all that useful. Well, they're somewhat useful. The Farkle game gets interesting as you add different special dice. Somebody on YouTube actually does have a thing about the dice from Kingdom Come and, you know, what kind of results they got from them. The lucky dice are probably the best, simply because of the way they roll. But you can get, I mean, getting like 3 or 4 lucky dice before you go and play a bunch of Farkle actually makes it, at times, almost disgustingly easy to win. The lucky dice really do make a difference. Certain other dice do make a difference as well, but the lucky dice do the most. You can generally find them as part of different treasures. And other than that, they're pretty... They actually have like a different... I guess you could say a different skin. They look different enough that when you throw lucky dice, you can tell which ones they are. All the dice actually do have a unique look, so you can see what kind of dice you're throwing. Although, I mean, when you look at it, the lucky dice, most of the other ones, it really means you have weighted dice, which would be something that, you know, most places would probably frown upon. So I'm back in Ravna. I mean, when you came here the first time, this area was completely covered with corpses people have been in and cleaned up. However, I'm going to go around and do some picking up, because you can always use more components. Now, this church you actually cannot go in. This is a fake door, and you can't actually go up this staircase. And I don't think it goes to anything anyway. But again, if you ever are curious, a lot of these places you can look up in Google. You can just type in Ravna Church, and you will find this church. Let's get some poppies, some valerian, some more valerian, some more poppies, some marigolds. And now we looked around. I'm overloaded. We can throw everything in. And we have thrown everything in. Good. This guy.
Good day to you.
I see there's not much going on around here. So you've stayed here on your own?
Quite so. All by myself. All the others were either killed by the humans or fled to Rattay.
I'm sorry to hear that. And what's keeping you here, alone?
My older brother ran away with the wandering players. So when our father was on his deathbed, he made me swear I'd never leave our home.
I can see you took your vow seriously.
I did. And it's starting to get dangerous around here. Again.
The humans.
If it were humans, I'd grab an axe and that would be that. But a week back, some rabble made their way through here. They begged me for food, and mark my words, they weren't taking no for an answer. If they'd been just a tad hungrier, I swear they would have stormed the cottage.
There are gangs like that around, true enough. I saw the mess they left behind. Savages.
It was horrible. People tried to find shelter in the church, but them dogs was waiting. They knew too well that's where folk would try to hide.
And where did you hide?
By the grace of God, I got my family away into the woods.
Well, I don't see your family with you. I hope those bastards didn't sniff them out.
No, it takes better man than them to track me down. I sent my wife to Rattay with some others.
Do you think folk will ever go back to their homes?
Oh, I don't know about Skallets, but the folk here are sure to want to come back. The only thing they're missing is spiritual support.
Do you mean the priest?
Indeed. When the land's at war, noblemen fight to protect their property. But simple folk want someone to tend their souls.
Of course. But it was the Skallets parish priest who ministered here, wasn't it?
He did. But there's been no sign of him since the attack. Or at least he's definitely not in Rattay among the refugees.
That's true enough. I didn't see him there.
But if you're interested, young fella, maybe you could help us find the priest we need here.
I can always ask. But I've really got no idea where to start.
I can help with that. A few years ago, there used to be another priest in Skallets. Simon, I think his name was.
Simon. Father Simon. I remember him. That's the one who went missing, right?
Aye. I don't want to spread rumours, but they say he was in love with his housekeeper. And then she died somehow, poor thing.
That's not a story I've come across.
It only reaches folk who care for such tales. Well, to finish the story, Simon left the parish and ran away. You know that already. There was neither sight nor sound of him for a long time. Until this spring, he showed up here.
And what's he doing here?
That's just it. People say he's become a hermit.
All right. And where can I find him?
I couldn't tell you exactly, but you could start by talking to that girl's parents. Well, they live on a farm nearby, and it's likely they know more. They may even have had words with him.
I'll go and see what they have to say for themselves.
God go with you, lad, and I pray you find him. If some heathen stabs me in my sleep, I'd rather have a decent burial.
Don't worry. I'll bring someone.
Take care now.
Now we go after the Skeleton Priest. For him, yeah, we have to go to the farmhouse that's up here.
Yeah.
Balsamic.
All right, come here.
Oh, well done. There again.
Ay. All right, let's see what you guys had. Van braces are pretty good. I don't need a bunch of those hunting bracers. The gloves are great. Some dried meat. Some groschen. I'll grab the saber. Oh, nice lockpick. And some wine. Yeah, don't need a cumin bow. Yeah, number 4 is not there. Okay. You, what do you got on you? More wine. Oh. Those are pretty good. Grab the hunting sword. We'll grab the groschen. Grab the apple. Grab the long distance arrows. Those are good. Pick up the cumin bow. I can probably sell that for a decent amount. Another bow. What do you got? Oh, the leather gloves are nice. Groschen, lockpick. Got some moonshine, wasn't it? Okay. Sorry, doggo. Yes, you can eat dog meat. I generally don't grab it, but I will grab the dog skin. Because I can. Use that. Let's see. So the bows are pretty good for hunting sword and the saber. The human van braces are a little bit better. Well, they take up a little more space, but eh. Several pairs of gloves. Well, eat some of that. Eat some of that. Eat some of that. We'll drink some of that. I think I just got a level of drinking. I get a skill in drinking. Truslav, you get drunk really easy. Loose tongue. I'll take loose tongue. +1 in speech and charisma. And only when you're hung over do you really have a problem. And you can undo a hangover with the marigold potion.
Yeah.
It's getting to be late.
Yeah.
Good day to you. What do you need?
I'm looking for the priest, Father Simon, and I heard you might know of him.
Simon? What do you want him for?
I'm looking for the priest who used to take care of St. James, and the locals tell me they saw him around here.
I don't know if I can help you there. He'll never go back to his parish, if you ask me. Very well. What is it you want to know?
What went on between Simon and your daughter?
Nothing that hasn't happened before. Our Mary was his housemaid in Skalitz. She was pretty, very pretty. And he was young, and so things went the way they do between comely young folk. She came back home one day, heavy with child.
That must have been quite a scandal.
My husband was furious. He ran around the cottage brandishing an axe and yelling that he'd kill him. The neighbours wagged their tongues a bit, but in the end I was happy the girl was taken care of. The priest was generous with his compensation. Only she never had the chance to hold that babe in her arms. She didn't live through the birth.
I'm very sorry.
Such is a woman's lot in life. Men die in battle, and women in the arms of the midwife.
And what happened to Simon?
The poor man, he took it the worst. He was sure God's wrath smote Mary for her fornication.
That's rubbish. People lie together out of wedlock all the time, and God never smites them down.
That's just what I told him. But it's hardly my place to lecture a priest. And who knows? Maybe he was right. The Lord moves in mysterious ways. He was overflowing with grief. He barely spoke, didn't eat, refused to take a new housemaid. And then, one fine day, the presbytery was deserted. It took a good season before another priest came along.
Where can I find him? He's said to be wandering around here somewhere.
I heard that too, and I'm inclined to believe it, even though I haven't seen him myself.
How come?
After our poor Mary went to her rest, we used some of the money he'd paid us to put a cross up by the roadside. And lately, there's been wreaths of comfrey turning up next to it. I don't take them there, nor my husband neither.
You think Simon does?
Who knows? Maybe it's a miracle. I could believe anything. But there's not been fresh ones for a while. So perhaps he's moved on elsewhere again.
I see. Can you tell me where that cross is?
Certainly. There are settling tanks for the mines to the west of Skalitz. On the hill above them in the woods, there are several paths. Mary's Cross is by one of them, close to the brook.
All right, thanks. I'll be going.
Very good then. And if you do find him, let him know that we have no hard feelings.
I'll tell him.
Goodbye. Looking for something? What?
Oh well, let's head into town. I'm sure there's at least one place to sneak into town still. And in the morning we'll go do some looking for Father Simon. What have I caught on? That little bit of fence. And it's a little barn. I can't actually sleep in there, which is kind of funny because you look at it, it's like, that looks like a place you could easily sleep. But because there's no bed there, you can't sleep there. We'll go into actual Ratai, or actual Skalitz, and look around there. I don't think there's any place here you can sleep, but yeah, it's one of the things that did happen in this. When you get here, a lot of the places you can... Sounds like there's humans here someplace. Now I gotta look around for them. Ooh. Quartered. Nuremberg gauntlets. Longinus. Oh my. That's a lot of stuff we got then. Let's see if I can repair anything. actually, if I remember correctly, yeah, I can't sprint while overloaded. Cumin. So the Cumins and the bandits got into a fight here. Can I? There becomes a point where you can't actually get on your horse. Yeah, too overloaded to mount up. My horse is too overloaded. But as I recall, as I slowly make my way, damn, look at all the arrows. Can't pick them up. Not that I really care to. But now, after finding all that stuff, I need some way to move it all. So I probably need to find a better horse. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do... Oh, I wonder, do I have a... I mean, there used to be a sharpening wheel here, but I'm going to bet it's broken. It's right around here someplace. It's not even left. Did they just steal it? I think actually I can sleep in my old house on one of the benches. Let's find out. But the chest is still here. Okay, here we go. Okay. I'll keep those. Let's see, others. You can throw all the ingredients in here. Don't need those right now. Those aren't very heavy. Okay, that's somewhat better. Sidekicks. Okay, I'll keep those two. I'll keep the Nuremberg pauldrons, because those are going to be useful. Don't need too much of that. Yeah, the lockpicks don't weigh a whole lot. I can keep those in there. I need a better saddle. I gotta come back to. So now, inventory, weapons, okay, that's not too bad now. Decorated Bavarian one, I'll come back for that. Actually, I should go through this now, figure out what I want to keep in here. I can come back for these. Okay, so now from our inventory, spurs. Let's see. So for armor, the Saxon Gambeson will be good. I want to keep that too. The Bavarian Hallberg. Nuremberg gauntlets don't do any better. Mail's Noble Coif is better. And the Chausses are all better. So now all that stuff should go on the horse for the moment. Who has another 100 pounds of weight he can carry. I mean, once this stuff gets repaired, it is actually pretty good. The Coif is a bit better. The Hallberg, that's a good question. Does the Hallberg weigh more or less? Yeah, the Hallberg weighs less. So that'll help. I can't sleep on those. That's annoying. This area is wrecked. I can't climb up there. I might just run around and do stuff in town until daybreak. Because all this stuff you find is actually pretty good for some money. But I will look for a place to sleep. Kunesh's place is destroyed. Not completely. This is one of the shops. Back room's destroyed. Front room's destroyed. The upstairs is wrecked. No place to lay down. Let's see what he had on him. The cumin bow is pretty good. The leather gloves are worth it simply because of the weight of the cost weight ratio of them. I'll grab the groschen. One arrow left. He's wearing some light lamellar. Here's the bandit I mostly went through. That's a bandit? He's pretty well equipped, actually. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm going to keep that. Another... Milanese Brigandine. It's still worthwhile for the lightweightness of it. And I want the groschen. And the food. That's really it. Okay, that is a really nice sword that I can't do anything with because the game just crashed. Back in a second. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna have to catch back up a little bit, because This just jumped me back to here after the game crashed on me. I'm just about to go out. So instead, what I'll do is I'll sleep here, and then I'll catch back up going back out to take care of those other things. And then I will bring you back in next week when we start to go after the priest. And then we should be good. That's not a lot of nourishment. I think I have something I can eat. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Hopefully next time I won't have the same kind of problem. Anyway, have a good day. Bye.